Is rent low in Mexico? Living in Mexico? Hi, broadcasting not live from Mazatlan, Mexico. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel, and we make videos about the joys of living in Mexico. About 6 months ago, the value of the peso started getting stronger and stronger and stronger every month. This is going to be a very short video about how to reduce your rent if you live in Mexico. Now, this is a true story, but I have to change the name of the people involved, or some people will get hurt by this information. So rent has been pretty good down here in Mexico. As most of you know, I've been down here about 18 years, but recently the value of the peso has been getting stronger and stronger and stronger against the dollar. So I have a friend named Jimmy. That's who we're going to call him. I'm not going to say who this story really happened to, but it is a real person, and I'm going to call this person Jimmy. So Jimmy moved to Mazatlan about a year ago, and he was paying $650 a month for his rent. In peso land, that came out to 13,500 pesos a month. That's $650 a month. Now, Jimmy's bank is in the United States, and every month he wires his rent to his Mexican landlord, who lives somewhere else about 3 hours away from Mazatlan. Jimmy noticed that his rent was going up about $25 a month. It was still 13,500 pesos, but with the peso getting stronger against the dollar, then that 13,500 pesos was going up about $25 a month. Suddenly, Jimmy was paying $675 a month. Suddenly, Jimmy was paying $700 a month. Shazam! Jimmy was paying $750 a month. Yowza! Jimmy's rent was going, and it had gone up to $775 a month. Now, the way Jimmy paid his rent, he would have to send a wire to this landlord, and then as soon as he would send the wire on the internet from his U.S. bank to his landlord, he would have to call the bank to let them know, yes, it was really him sending the money, and they could verify the payment. So the last time he made the phone call to his bank, he was saying, wow, my rent has gone up $150 a month down here. Now I'm paying $800, and actually I'm paying $825 a month. That's an increase of $175 a month. So the lady at the bank, who's in the United States, she says, you know what, I've heard about that. You know what you should do? Call the landlord and tell her that you will pay her 3 months rent at a time, and see if she will take the payment of $650 a month, which comes to about 11,000 pesos. Jimmy sat back and thought about it. He said, that sounded kind of crazy. What landlord would want to reduce rent by $175 a month? But what the heck? Jimmy had paid $825 for his last month's rent, so he called the landlord and he said, hey, this rent is killing me. It keeps going up higher and higher and higher. I can't even afford to buy food anymore. And then the answer from the landlord came back, and Jimmy was shocked. Please leave a comment, tell us what you think. And if you know someone that could use this video, click the share button, and why not click the like button. The landlord said, no problem, Jimmy. You can just pay me $650 a month, not a problem. And I'm 3 hours away, so I'll just come down to Mazatlan and pick up the 3 months payment. That worked, and Jimmy still has another year on his 2-year lease, so he's locked in at $650 a month for another year. And if the value of the peso keeps going up, he could have ended up paying maybe like $1,000 a month. Jimmy was very lucky that this was a Mexican landlord. Many Americans own and rent properties down here. Some Canadians own and rent properties down here. I don't know if this would have worked with them. But believe it or not, Mexicans are very smart about their money. And they know if they have a huge chunk of money in their hand, it's better than waiting on it over time. Who would have thought 7 months ago that the peso was going to go way up and the dollar was going to start to go down, and all of a sudden your rent was going to increase like 25 to 30%. So think about Jimmy. If you signed a contract for a 1-year lease or a 2-year lease and you're paying in pesos, then your rent in the last 7 months has gone up maybe $100, $150. We go live every Saturday at 10 a.m. Central Time. Click the subscribe button, you'll get a notification, and you can join us in the fun. What do you got to lose? Offer the landlord 3 months rent for the rest of the term of your contract and see what happened. It worked for Jimmy. Thank you very much for watching. We hope you got some value out of this tip. I hope this works for you. I'm Bill the Geek. This is the Bill Dallas Lewis channel. We have many more videos to come, so click the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video.